Good evening, everyone. I'll call our meeting to order at 6 p.m. here in council chambers. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Murphy.
Present.
Macias.
Present.
Timian.
Present.
Finch. McNeil.
Present.
Castro.
Present.
Schmidt.
Present.
We do have someone online.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to approve the remote electronic attendance of Alderperson Razak at the City Council meeting of December 2nd, 2025, due to a family emergency or other emergency.
Second.
Motion by McNeil, seconded by Castro. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Murphy.
Present.
Macias.
It's an aye or an aye.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Macias.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. Welcome, Mr. Razak. I will try to, we do have to see you. That's a rule, correct?
I don't know
Is
that
it
it's
not?
actually mandatory, but
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. What did you?
Can you see me now?
Yes, great, thank you. It's a,
Okay,
I've been told, okay. We'll let that be then, according to our legal counsel, yeah? All right, is there public comment this evening, Chief? Okay. We have one appointment, the mayor's appointment of Emily Harmon to the Special Service Area, it's number 6, board for a full 3-year term to expire December 31, 2028. I believe she's part of the Heart of America group that's down there in SSA 6. If there's nothing further there, we'll move to our presentation. Recognition of Stephanie Murphy, City Clerk, for achieving certified municipal clerk status.
Oh, yeah, hoorah. You don't have to take minutes for this, you come down.
You want me to come to
Yeah,
you?
come down here,
Okay.
absolutely. So while she's coming down, gives me great pleasure to report that she has earned her Certified Municipal Clerk certification through the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. As you know, Stephanie joined us back in August of 2023, August 14th to be specifically. She's joined here tonight by her husband Kevin, her son Kira, and Lou. So, and that's for the photo ops later, right, do that. So I want to just kind of go through this. I received a letter on 19th of November, shortly before Thanksgiving. And it says, Stephanie Murphy, CMC of City of Moline, has earned the designation of Certified Municipal Clerk, which is awarded by the International Institute of Municipal Clerks, Inc. IIMC grants the CMC designation only to municipal clerks who complete demanding educational requirements and have a record of significant contributions to their local government, community, and state, which I would agree she has. The International Institute of Municipal Clerks, which was founded in 1947, has 14,000 members, so no small organization, throughout the United States, Canada, and 15 other countries. And the mission of this global nonprofit corporation is to enhance the educational opportunities and professional development of its diverse membership. Keep in mind, it's one of the oldest positions in government worldwide. Probably a scribe originally, right? In light of the speed and drastic nature of change these days, lifelong learning is not only desirable, it's necessary for all in local government to keep pace with the growing demands and changing needs of the citizens we serve. Your city can take immense pride in Stephanie's educational accomplishments and achievements of this milestone. On behalf of the IIMC Board of Directors, I'm honored to endorse the conferring of CMC to Stephanie Murphy, CMC of City of Moline. We share your pride in this achievement, and we applaud your support of the role Stephanie plays in your city. To add to that, it's been a pleasure having Stephanie as the clerk. She is a true team player. She's a team member. She's been a great mentor to Brandy, who is here with her. A great supporter of the mayor's office, a great supporter of my office, and just an overall great supporter of all things to all departments. You know, it's one of the most important positions in the city, and I think sometimes people just take the clerk's office for granted. I've never done that. When we hired her back in 2023, I said, you've got 3 years to get this certification. It's required. She did it in 2. So, born and raised in Moline, is a hometown gal, I guess is the best way to describe it. It takes great pleasure and pride to congratulate her personally on her award. Thank you. I mean, you get to listen to everybody else. Oh, her next step will be achieving the master municipal clerk, but we did not set a deadline on that, right, Lena? No deadline on that, but again, that would be a super milestone, so I expect that she'll probably get there, and one day we'll see Brandy getting the CMC as well. So, thank you very much, and congratulations. I'll take a picture. Yeah, pictures. Come on up. Come on up. Get this out of the way. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mr. King.
I can see how difficult this is.
All right.
You have to replace this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I don't believe we have questions on the agenda, so we'll move forward to our committee of the whole agenda items. 8.1, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a joint funding agreement for federally funded construction for section number 19-00274-00-BT, 36th Avenue Bike Path, 7th Street to 13th Street, and approving a resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code, appropriating motor fuel tax funds for the city's local match for section number 19-00274-00-BT, 36th Avenue Bike Path, 7th Street to 13th Street, for the amount of $601,758,000.63. Mr. Vitas,
Happy to recommend approval of this long-awaited project and item. Both David and especially Laura Clower have worked tirelessly to get this project completed. It's been several years, actually, and much needed, so we're highly recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Timian, second by Macias. Discussion. Mr. Timian.
I would just second what Bob said. We started working on this, or we recommended it at Complete Streets, I think 4 years ago.
Yes.
And this is the, we're trying to connect 7th Street, eventually maybe one day all the way to the Walmart Bridge, but, along the Coal Town Road there. But connecting it now to that bridge that goes over John Deere Road, the pedestrian bridge.
Correct.
So we're trying to connect all the dots. And so this one ran a snag a few years back, and I'm glad that we're finally past it.
Thank you. Anything further from the council? Hearing none, roll call, please. Yes, because he's
Oh,
online.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yep.
Okay. Alderperson McNeil,
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak,
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes 7-0. 8.2, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a joint funding agreement for federally funded construction for section number 23-00294-00-SP, systematic intersection improvements, and approving a resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code appropriating motor fuel tax funds for the city's local match for section number 23-00294-00-SP, systematic intersection improvements for the amount of $57,257. Mr. Vitas?
Again, thank you, Mayor and Council. The staff is recommending approval of this project in that dollar amount, specifically so that 11 of the intersections will have countdown timers that will be added to those signalized locations, which are basically for pedestrian safety, as well as the placement of retro-reflective backplates on existing signal heads at 104 intersections. So we're highly recommending approval of this project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil,
Aye.
Castro,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Okay, that motion passes 7-0. 8.3, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to Amendment 1 dated September 9, 2025, to the Intergovernmental Support Agreement with the United States Army Garrison Rock Island Arsenal on behalf of the United States for industrial stormwater compliance monitoring. Mr. Vitas.
Yes, oh, here we go. We have a
Ah.
guest speaker, always welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening. You have before you a resolution that would allow for Amendment 1 to the existing agreement. It was about a year ago that you entered the agreement initially. The IEPA, or excuse me, the Arsenal has an update to their existing IEPA agreement for their permit. And because of that, they have to do some additional stormwater testing. We do, and it's going to cost some additional dollars, and that's really why we have to have the amendment. It's for their compliance.
Thank you. Motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Castro, seconded by Schmidt. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
All right, that motion passes 7-0. 8.4, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to an agreement for the disposal of domestic refuse with Upper Rock Island County Landfill, Inc., Republic, for 5 years, beginning January 1, 2026, and ending December 31, 2030. Mr. Schmidt.
Good evening, thank you. We are looking to enter an agreement with Republic for landfill for domestic refuse. Currently, we are under contract with Republic and Millennium. Republic is out of East Moline, Millennium is out of Moline. We did a joint bid with Moline and Rock Island for this agreement and determined that the lowest, most cost-effective would be going with Republic for the next, potentially the next 5 years. There is a 90-day opt-out if we choose to use.
Thank you. All right, motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Castro, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Macias. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak. Timian.
Aye.
All right. 8.5, that motion passes 7-0, sorry. 8.5, an ordinance amending Chapter 22 offenses miscellaneous of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Section 22-1105, tobacco products, tobacco accessories, smoking herbs, and alternative nicotine products by increasing the number of Class B incidental tobacco dealers licenses in the city of Moline at the request of Variety Convenience LLC, DBA Groceries, Tobacco and Vape. Mr. Vitas or Mr. Atkins?
Mr. Atkins?
With regards to this one, this is a new request, so it would actually be increasing the floating number of licenses. We are recommending that this be passed. However, it is actually, as I said, increasing the number. This is not like we've recently had where it's simply been an already existing one that was, for instance, not renewed like we had previously.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Motion.
Your Honor, I make a motion to suspend the rules to allow discussion.
All right, we need a
Second.
second. All right, there's a second from Ms. Castro. Discussion. Wait, do I have to have a vote on that? Yes. Vote on the motion to suspend the rules. No discussion on the vote, just a vote.
Right.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. Discuss, please. Mr. Schmidt.
Well, I have been really struggling with this one, and I'm guessing since no one else was making a motion to approve that we all probably are, but I wanted to at least talk about it. We've done, this is falling into a real gray area for me because we have said we don't want to bring more dedicated vape shops in. But I don't feel like this is necessarily that. This feels more in the lines of kind of like regular convenience store, like a gas station, that sort of a presence with those multiple pieces. And with the location it's in, being right next to a dispensary, that feels also like it's something that can make sense. But also understanding that we have been drawing a fairly hard line on not allowing new venues. And that's been primarily focused on those that are purely dedicated to vape. And I am curious and hoping to hear other people's thoughts on whether we should move forward with a motion to approve or not.
Yes, Mr. Macias?
Yeah, thank you. And to your point, they're doing business as groceries, tobacco, and vape. So it's in the name vape. And yeah, and we do have the discretion to go up, but at this point, I think we have plenty of those businesses at this point, and I'm okay with sticking with the number that we have.
Thank you. Others, Mr. McNeil?
Yeah, I concur. I think we have plenty of those businesses, and I wouldn't be in favor of adding any more. I think if our goal is to have a diverse, healthy ecosystem, a business ecosystem, that we're not considering increasing this cap and adding this business.
Thank you. Anything further from the council? Mr. Schmidt?
Your Honor, I do agree 100% with Elder Person McNeil. I am dead against it. I don't want any more.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Schmidt?
I think part of my struggle comes back to where I would fall on kind of the hypothetical of what if there was someone looking to open a gas station, right? And how would that be different? I'm not talking about like a transfer, obviously, like one we've done, but that's part of why I struggle with, and I don't know exactly where that line is, and obviously we make that come back to us so that we can have those conversations, but it's that continuing struggle of like, where do we draw that line? Because I do think it's important, while we've allowed ourselves this latitude, that we be a little clear about kind of where that line is, because I don't want to get in a position where we're wasting people's time of trying to come to here for a business we're going to always say no to.
Thank you. I have one quick question, then I'll call on you, Ms. Castro. If the clerk can remind me, is this the location that in a previous year approached us as no more butts?
Yes.
And wanting people to vape instead, and this council said no to that?
That is that location, yes.
Thank you. Ms. Castro?
I was just wanted to remind Mr. Schmidt that we had a similar situation not too long ago, maybe last year, where someone wanted to open something up on Avenue of the Cities. And that one was like they were going to be selling, I don't remember what business it was, but I think that Mr. Timian was actually in favor of that one, because they were going to be selling chicken and food and other things besides that. And at that time, we voted no for that one as well. So I don't see the difference between that. So.
And now to add to your point, Ms. Castro, that is now Al's Burgers, which has
Right,
had
exactly.
an amazing response
Right, so had we
locally.
approved that, then we wouldn't have Al's Burgers over there. So I mean, it's just,
So
we have been consistent, I think, in what we've been doing.
To your business diversity point, it's possible. Yes, Mr. Atkins?
I just procedurally, I wanted to bring this up. I know that some of you are, well, maybe all of you are struggling with whether or not to grant this. Even if you ultimately decide not to grant it, I would request that you actually move it and vote on it and vote it down, rather than letting it die because of not having moved and seconded.
Understood.
I think that's cleaner for the record about what action the council has taken.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Turner?
And just because I was called out, I need to. So I'm, in that particular instance, I am happy to be wrong. You know, I think that it's really important to acknowledge, my position there, even though I lost, was the incorrect one. And I feel that this particular location, I share Alderperson Schmidt's feeling. It's right next to a dispensary, is in a place where there aren't a high density of these shops. And so I kind of struggled with that, just logically. But I also feel that it's not adding any real character that we need. It's, we have a lot of these kind of businesses already. And I think we're fine. I think we're fine where we are. And so I'm in agreement with the rest of the council.
Mr. Macias?
Yeah, thank you, and I just want to add, even at the national level, just some of the products that these entities or businesses are selling could be basically, it'd be against the law to sell. I haven't read all of it, but it sounds like some of these businesses are very worried about it. So also the lack of national, I guess, national, even state, just basically categorizing all of these and having a system that we can really look to also makes it hard for us to figure out, well, what are we going to allow, what are we not going to allow? But I think we probably, it would be best to just wait to see what's going on at the national level and even at the state level and follow suit. Because some of these products that are out there, from my conversations with others in other states, they're really marketed to, and it's not the business owner's fault, to kids. There's all kinds of chemicals that are in these things that you just never know. So there's movement at the national level to formalize how they're categorizing these, and I think it's probably best for us to just wait.
Thank you. So can I get a motion?
Yeah, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve item 8.5.
Thank you. Is there a second?
A second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Timian. Any further discussion? Mr. Schmidt?
I make the motion based on legal counsel, not for any kind of support of the motion. No, I do appreciate the council having the conversation this evening. I think it helps to clarify, and like I said, I do think it's a hard one, closer to the edge than some others, and so I think when we can have those conversations, it's good for us and it's good for the public too.
Thank you. If there's nothing further, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil,
Nay.
Alderperson Castro.
Nay.
Schmidt,
Nay.
Murphy,
Nay.
Macias.
Nay.
Razak,
Nay.
Timian,
Nay.
All right, that motion does not pass 7-0. 8.6, an ordinance amending Chapter 25, Planning and Development of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Section 25-2100, Official Comprehensive Plan, Adopted Territorial Application by enacting thereto an amendment to the Comprehensive Plan, Appendix O, entitled Airport South District Development Plan, Land Use and Developmental Framework, Future Land Use Map, incorporated therein as Section 5, pages 8 to 9, southwest corner of 78th Avenue and 72nd Street to the northwest corner of 100th Avenue and 72nd Street. Mr.
We always give you
Matthias.
so much to read. I would be fine with that being one sentence.
Good luck with that.
So, if you remember a few months ago, we brought forth a text amendment to create a commercial solar energy system. We got our first, as you know, we got our first application for that, for a special use permit, and that actually went to our plan commission at our last meeting. So, and that was in November. So they held that public hearing was on November 12th to consider a rezoning for the Price Bowie Farm, which is on 72nd Street south of the airport. You can see all the maps there, but this is basically located between 78th Avenue and 100th Avenue. And to rezone that property from the current residential zoning to ag, we need to make sure that our comp plan is in line with that. Because it's, as you can see from the documents that we provided, it shows conservation and commercial and residential on that site. So this first item before you, 8.6, would be a comp plan amendment to change our future land use for that site to a public, semi-public use. That's the nomenclature that's used in that particular plan. So the reason that staff is supporting that is because we would need that to support item 8.7, which is the rezoning from R2 to ag. And that would allow the special use permit, which has been preemptive, what's the word I'm looking for, has been approved already, the special use permit at Plan Commission to allow this solar energy system. But of course, that's retroactive to this being approved by the City Council. So for 8.6, we're asked, staff is recommending approval of this comp plan amendment, and I'm happy to answer any questions on that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Timian, seconded by Castro. Discussion. Mr. Timian.
As we're redoing our comp plan now, I hope that, updating a comp plan is just procedural and it's just an extra step whenever we want to change land use. But I hope that we can start to find some really flexible definitions of all of our land use, so we don't have to do this every time we pivot 16 years later. And so I think, I don't know if that's possible everywhere, but I just kind of wanted to throw that out as an observation more than anything else, because hopefully we can be more flexible in the future.
Yeah, I think one thing too is having an updated plan, right?
That's
So
true,
when
yeah.
we get the buy-in from the public and the city council, right, we would have a plan that we want to stick to as well.
Any other comments? Hearing none, roll call please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Finch. Oops, sorry.
Okay, that motion passes 7-0. So 8.7, an ordinance amending chapter 35 zoning and land development of the Moline Code of Ordinances by enacting an amendment to the zoning map incorporated therein as section 35-3103, map of standard zoning districts, west side of 72nd Street between 78th Avenue and 100th Avenue with no assigned street addresses.
Yeah, so staff recommends approval of the rezoning from R2 to AG2. That will allow commercial solar energy system by way of the special use permit that was approved at the Plan Commission. So we ask for your approval of that.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
The motion passes.
Thank you.
Yep, 8.8, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Concentra Medical Centers for Occupational Health Services for a 3-year period commencing January 1, 2026. Mr. Vitas.
Yes, Mayor and Council, the staff is recommending approval of entering into an agreement with Concentra Medical Centers for occupational health services for 3 years, starting January 1st. In previous years, we had used Concentra services, and since then, we were with Genesis. Since we no longer actually have a on-duty nurse, and we went and solicited proposals, we're recommending Concentra going forward for the next 3 years.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Castro,
Second.
seconded by Schmidt. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
The motion passes. 8.9, a resolution authorizing City Attorney William W.P. Atkins to represent the City of Moline concerning the intervention of 9 2025 property valuation assessment complaints. Mr. Vitas?
Actually, I would
Or
just
Mr.
turn this
I'm-
over to Mr.
Yeah, I am asking for this authority, formal authority from you, because it is actually required in order for me to appear on your behalf in front of the Board of Review and in front of the Property Tax Appeal Board if these cases were to be appealed to the Property Tax Appeal Board. After there is a motion and second on this, I will also speak to the amendment that I would like you to make. But if you could please address the motion and second first, I would appreciate that.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Castro, seconded by Timian.
Okay. Now, you should all have at your places a different resolution, which would be a substitute resolution. The reason for that is that we received some additional notifications. I thought that we had received all of the notifications for this particular tax assessment year. Unfortunately, we received a few more, and we could be receiving yet more over the next few weeks, and we're being given a very short deadline to enter appearances. Some of the new notifications gave us basically until tomorrow or the next day. So in order to get this done properly without calling emergency meetings of the council, I prepared a new resolution that gives the mayor authority to sign letters of authorization for me for individual parcels based on this resolution. I tried to do just the 9 we were notified of to begin with, and unfortunately, that's just not gonna give me sufficient authorization. So I can read into the record what the modifications would be, and then if one of you can simply move and someone else second that particular amendment, I would appreciate it. So the resolution that you already had presented that is part of the agenda would be modified by changing every time that it talks about the intervention with regards to the 9/2025 property valuation assessment complaints would be changed to representing the city of Moline in 2025 property valuation assessment complaints without numbering them. It would also authorize the mayor to sign individual letters of authorization as to each appeal. That would be the top section. Then there would be a whereas added. The legal division has also received notice of additional appeals in the last week, and more are likely to come in following weeks. And then at the bottom, it would be further resolved that the mayor is authorized to sign individual letters of authorization as to each appeal. So that substitute resolution modifying the prior one, I would ask that there be a motion and a second for.
Make a motion to adopt the changes as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion. I appreciate this. I don't know that you all want to get into specifics of all of these, but I think it's important for the council to understand the consequence if we were to not have you authorized, and that there's hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line here. That matters to our bottom line, correct?
Yes, I
Would you
mean,
like to address
this
that?
is, sure, I'm happy to speak on this. I mean, over the last several years, since we've all been here, annually, this is an annual appeal process. And it exists everywhere, not just Moline, but everywhere I've ever been. And sometimes they're just very minor appeals, affecting individual properties, usually personal property, personal homes. Sometimes they are requests from major corporations, and sometimes, they are not. If you'll recall when, in years past, when Mesa Ridge owned the mall, we had a recurring problem, which eventually led to the property value of the mall being actually less than it was at the time we established that TIF. And it was one of the principal reasons for saying, obviously, the TIF isn't necessary. We find ourselves in a similar situation with other local businesses here in the community looking for pretty sizable or significant reductions for no good apparent reason, other than trying to reduce their property tax burden. And, they have to justify that, but then again, we have a right to defend our position that the numbers that they're presenting are not accurate. So it's important that we pay close attention to this. In years past, prior to Bill being here, someone, and it wasn't Margaret, but somebody from Ansel Glink would represent the city on the appeals. So this is just continuing it, but doing it on an in-house basis, and would strongly recommend the approval of the amended resolution as presented tonight.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Atkins.
If I could just add one further thing. We're only notified with regards to assessment appeals that would result in a reduction of $100,000 or more in assessed value. Many of these are many hundreds of thousands, but not all of them. Some of them are simply 100,000, but all of them are at least 100,000. I mean, these are substantial changes in assessment value. This is not me asking you to let me busy myself with whether someone gets a $10,000 reduction. These are major reductions.
Thank you. Mr. Schmidt.
So we're working through these cases, then are we working with the township assessors?
Yeah.
Depending on the case and how that works?
Yeah, because of how short the notice was, we are not going to be able to get our own appraisals for most, probably not any of these properties. Yeah. However, I have received what's been filed by the attorneys or by the individuals who are asking for their reductions. To give you an example, one of these appraisals that we received, the closest property that they used as a comparable was in Peoria. The others were Chicago suburbs. Now, for some very unique properties, that might actually be acceptable. These were not unique properties. They were simply a storefront business. That's the kind of thing that I can, without an appraiser, go in and point out how, well, ridiculous their appraisal is. And that's the kind of thing that I would be able to do even without having an appraiser this time. My hope is that, I know this will happen again next year. My hope is that next year, knowing the short timeframes and being prepared for it in advance, I've handled this kind of work a lot in private practice. I handled a lot of cases all over the state of this nature. In most counties, we received a bit more advance notice. And so there was usually time to get appraisals. We can ask for additional time, but one thing that seems to be true throughout the state with boards of review is that they don't really grant additional time. I had an appraiser in the hospital one time. I got some additional time with that. But short of that, I don't think I ever was given additional time to get an appraisal. So I don't anticipate that I'll get additional time here either. I'll probably ask for it. And when they don't give it to me, then I'll be left with just arguing. But some of these arguments can be very effective. I've gone without an appraiser before and been successful. It's just better if we can do it with an appraiser, which hopefully will be how we do it next year.
Thank you. Any further questions, Mr. Schmidt?
When we look at the impact of these appeals overall, it wouldn't actually reduce the amount of tax dollars coming into the city, but it would increase that share that's being paid by every person.
Exactly.
Right? And
correct.
so this is every
Yeah.
time, so it is important that we defend that. And I just want to say it out loud and speak to that, and like that's the why of going after these and making sure. I mean, I'm sure if you look at it and say, well, that's valid, well, then we just leave it alone. But no, I think that we have to just remember that these huge changes could actually have an impact on what a person is paying.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This does not reduce the total tax levy for the city. It simply makes it arguably less equitable for all but these people that get their assessment reduced.
Thank you.
You nailed it.
If there's nothing further, roll call, please. Wait, on the amendment.
Right.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro. Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy. Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Right, so that amendment is approved. So we need any further discussion on the motion as amended? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
All right, that motion is approved.
And since it's been modified at your
Yeah.
council, or your committee of the whole, when it comes before you as council in a few minutes, you won't need to make any additional changes to it.
Thank you. All right, informational, December 2025 status and information report, Mr. Vito.
Sure, very briefly, a few highlights from the month. Most importantly, we had our Meals for the Holidays take place. You know, annually, we've been doing that the last few years through the Community and Economic Development Department. And it went quite well. In fact, it was very successful. And we're planning on doing another one in December to help assist those families in need in Moline with food purchases for the holidays. So that will take place again, and as KJ pointed out, that will be held, unlike here at City Hall because of the weather, we'll actually do it over at the new gymnasium at the City Service Center. As you know, 7th Avenue reconstruction is complete. We managed to get it done before the winter. I will point out River Drive is open. It will remain open through February. At some point in February, they will begin construction again, but it will remain open during the holiday season, which is great, especially during this inclement weather. I'm trying to think if there's anything else great. On the environmental side, I will point out that they did some plug planting over where we're trying to do the prairie restoration on the John Deere hillside. So if that's of interest to you and Bee City and pollinators, you know, Queen Bee's here, obviously. She's in charge of Bee City, and she's in charge of this project, and has done a great job. And so I wanted to put a plug in for that, literally. As long as you're here, you might as well get a plug. And other than that, we had some installation of new signage down on the parkway, down by the boat landing, over by Bass Street Chop House, and new signage recognizing David Sears as one of the key founders of industry here in the city of Moline. So I couldn't be here, unfortunately, I was out of town, but I understand that the signage turned out wonderful, and it was a long time coming. It was probably over a year to get that project done. So if there's questions, I'm happy to answer those. If not, move on.
Yes, Mr. McNeil.
I just have a comment, an additional plug, in addition to the plug planting, the partnering with Moline High School for the invasive species removal. I just think it's important to point out that, every council meeting, we're talking about the built environment, and we also need to be stewards of our natural areas and green spaces, and I think between Denver, Dawn, Eric, staff are doing a great job of keeping an eye on that, and so glad to see those in the report, and grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Simeon?
And thank you, Your Honor. This is more about building status update, which is, part and parcel of what we're talking about. But in case you all missed it, the first ADU is under construction. And it's monumental. Yeah.
It is monumental,
Yeah.
actually.
No,
Sorry,
it's
sorry, I
not
didn't
mine.
point it out myself.
But it's, I'm glad that there's adoption, and, maybe in a couple of years we'll get two, and then it
You
can.
might see more.
Right.
Do we know when Ulta or Burlington Coat Factory are gonna actually open? Okay,
No dates yet.
Coming soon.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ms. Castro. do
I
you-
was just gonna ask if there was any update on LRS, what the movement on that was.
Sure, LRS, again, it kind of relates to even tonight's agenda item that Denver brought up. That agreement, is basically renewing what we had prior to today. It was a 5-year agreement that expires at the end of December. It has the 90-day out, and that's, very specifically important, because when LRS is up and running, assuming everything goes well, continues to go forward, we would give notice, and we would withdraw from our agreement with Republic in some form. They have put in a request for us to re-examine the financial construct of the deal, given today's economy and given the truth on the ground here in Rock Island County, which they've learned painfully in terms of those who would be willing to utilize their services at the transfer station, let alone just utilize their services. So that request did come in just before the holiday. We're in the process of reviewing that, and ultimately we'd be bringing that back to council for consideration.
Thank you. Anything further on the
It's not dead yet.
status and information report? Okay, call to order, please. Pledge of allegiance for our council meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do you have an invocation, Mr. McNeil?
I do not.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Murphy,
Present.
Macias.
Present.
Razak,
Present.
Timian,
Present.
Finch, McNeil,
Present.
Castro,
Present.
Schmidt,
Present.
All right, I assume we dispense with number 14, remote electronic attendance, Mr. Atkins, because we've already approved Mr. Razak, and he just voted, or he just said he was present.
Sorry.
We can dispense with the remote electronic attendance approval because
Right.
we've already done it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Public comment? Okay, don't see any. We'll move to our consent agenda.
Your Honor, I request approval of Committee of the Whole, Council, and Executive Session meeting minutes of November 18, 2025, appointments made at Committee of the Whole on December 2, 2025, and consent agenda items 17.1 through 18.1 inclusively.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Castro, seconded by Schmidt. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak,
Aye.
Timian,
Aye.
McNeil,
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
All right, 7 ayes, no nays, that motion carries. Non-consent agenda resolutions. Item number 20.1, a resolution setting the annual meetings schedule for 2026 and authorizing city staff to do all things necessary to notify the media of the 2026 annual meeting schedule.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil,
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak,
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, that motion carries. Item number 20.2, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to Amendment 1 dated September 9, 2025, to the intergovernmental support agreement with the United States Army Garrison Rock Island Arsenal on behalf of the United States for industrial stormwater compliance monitoring.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye. Aye.
Oh, sorry, there was a cough, I didn't hear you. Schmidt,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak,
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, that motion carries. Item number 20.3, a resolution authorizing City Attorney William W.P. Atkins to represent the City of Moline concerning the intervention of the City of Moline in 2025 property valuation assessment complaints, and authorizing the mayor to sign individual letters of authorization as to each appeal.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Schmidt, seconded by Castro. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, that motion carries. Non-consent agenda, first reading ordinances. Item number 21.1, an ordinance amending Chapter 22, offenses miscellaneous of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Section 22-1105, tobacco products, tobacco accessories, smoking herbs, and alternative nicotine products, by increasing the number of Class B incidental tobacco dealers licenses in the city of Moline at the request of Amon Food and Gas, Inc., DBA Amon Food and Gas.
Motion to approve.
It's to advance to second
Thank
reading.
you, pardon. Motion to advance to second reading.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Macias. Discussion? Just for those that were not here, I think that's Mr. Razak last week. This is a place that no longer can have a liquor license, right? But they could do this in there incidentally. Yes, Mr. Timian.
This is the company that is right down on 19th Street and Fifth Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, so they let their license lapse, and so they had to reapply. How much time, how much notice do they get? For like, your license is expiring, here's the process. What is the process there, and how reasonable is it to forget?
The finance does the licenses for tobacco renewal, but they have is it 90 days? April 1st, I believe the notices go out.
I think 90 days
Do
is
not know
right.
when they're due. That would be a question for Carol.
I want to know how reasonable it is.
We-
that, you know.
Since this is going up for second reading, we can get that information back from staff, please.
Okay. We'll
Mr.
get the
Schmidt?
answer.
But in this case, there's a point where the store ceased operating and is reopening. So your point about that reasonableness, but if you're not sure if your business is going to survive, why would you pay for that continuing license? And if that, so I do take your point, but I think in this case, considering those other circumstances, I think it is reasonable to allow it to lapse if you're not sure if you're open or if you're not going to be open.
Ms. Murphy?
This is the same owner that closed, this is right across from Leclerc, correct?
Yes.
This is the same owner that closed, that he's now going to reopen, or is this a different ownership?
It's the same owner.
Same owner.
Same owner. I think they're having difficulty selling, especially without the ability to have a liquor license.
Okay.
I think that's what y'all reported last week.
That was the information that we had going forward at the
Right.
last meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because we had an absence or so. All right, if there's nothing further, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil,
Nay.
Castro,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias,
Aye.
Razak,
Nay.
Timian.
Nay.
1, 2, 3, 4 ayes and 3 nays.
You, that motion passes.
Motion to advance, is that the?
To second reading,
Yeah,
yes. That's what I meant.
Who was the motion in a second?
It was,
Motion to advance to second
it
reading.
was Schmidt and Castro, I believe.
Schmidt and Macias.
Macias, thank you, yes.
Item number 21.2, an ordinance establishing a river edge redevelopment zone in the city of Moline and establishing certain boundaries.
Mr.
Motion.
Oh, it's
Motion
to
to-
advance to second reading.
Motion to advance to second reading?
Second.
All right, that's Timian and Castro. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil,
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak,
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Sorry, I skipped you. Alderperson Schmidt.
Aye.
All right, 7 ayes, no nays, motion to advance to second reading carries, and that's all I have this evening, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So we're to miscellaneous business. I think I probably speak for the whole council when we say thank you to Mr. Schmidt and Mr. Jewell and all the crew that cleared a lot of snow in the last 4 days or so, 5 days. It doesn't look like the temperature's friendly in the near future, but we do definitely appreciate it. And I know we were talking prior to the meeting that we've received very few complaints. I did want to mention that you and I had talked about the snowplow map piece that's on the website. I really think it would be helpful for that to be a reference point for anybody that does call and complain. To me, there's the timing of when you clear your driveway versus when the trucks come through could potentially be mitigated. That frustration could potentially be mitigated if people can refer to that. So we just need it in working order because the GPS is not working right now. Reminder that if you're so inclined, the Small Business Saturday did not go off because of the weather, and so we want our businesses to do well through this month of December for sure. So keep them in your thoughts or help plug their business if you're able to. I have a couple needs coming up. Thank you to Mr. Schmidt for covering for me for a couple events. There also is a holiday tree lighting this Friday at the Arsenal. If someone is interested in being our representative there, it starts at 4:30. They usually do have some music ahead of time, and then they go outside and light the tree around 5, I believe. So if there's a volunteer that would like to do that, I need to RSVP to someone. Please text me or email me or let me know. Also, the Salvation Army usually has a bell ringing competition, and that's this Saturday. And I think last year you and Alderperson Finch split the time.
I think I took both shifts.
Oh, did
so
you?
I don't know
All right.
who's in this year, but yeah, let's do it.
I'm unable to do that, but if you are interested in getting a group of you together to do that, be out in the public at one of the locations, usually Hy-Vee on the Avenue, please let me know because they're asking if I found a team yet. Okay. Lastly, I think, I just wanted to let you know, we got some good news. Mr. Matthias helped me put materials together to apply for the 2026 cohort of the Just City Mayoral Fellowship. This is a program that's part of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, which I've been active in, and the Just City Lab at the Harvard Graduate School of Design. And the project that we put forward as that has potential to promote a vision of equity, address some injustices, and advance the design. We've been talking about the built environment, right? Is the East Gate TIF area and the East End and
East
all
End.
of that. I mean, it's just an area that we haven't been able to consistently invest in. We've started to, if you think about the little windmill plot that we've turned to green, if you think about the pool project, and you think about the TIF that's down there and the PAR instrument thing, I'm really, really excited. And this particular fellowship allows staff to be a part of some of the ending weekends. And so this is all expense paid through these organizations. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm excited to bring these experts' ideas back and share with staff and have them be a part of it. So that was a recent development as of yesterday. That's all I have. Ms. Murphy, Mr. Macias.
Just want to, again, commend the staff for all the snow removal, and I love that we have the Snow Angels program, but there's also unofficial Snow Angels all over our neighborhood, including one staff member. So Jason Perez moved into our neighborhood, and he's got a nice toy that cleared basically our whole block, and it was awesome. So again, even those who weren't working were out there helping their neighbors, so just wanted to give him props because it was really nice. There was a lot of snow this time.
Thank you. Mr. Razak, anything?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Timian.
I wanted to also thank about Snow Angels. I'm really glad for how quickly everything got set up and started and initiated, and the number of volunteers that were on the text chain. My mom's neighborhood also had someone mysteriously plow her front yard and her backyard too, which is really strange. So I appreciate the residents of Moline who are stepping up to help people.
Great. Mr. McNeil.
Moline Public Art Council received a grant through the Quad Cities Community Foundation, the QC River Connections grant. So I just wanted to, it was, I think, around $14,000. Council had encouraged the, Art Council to continue to look for grants. So glad to see they got that award. Excited, yeah.
Ms. Castro.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Schmidt.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Vitas.
Nothing this evening.
Okay. Any further public comment? All right.
KJ has some.
KJ, I
Oh,
think has
KJ has some. Oh, yes, staff.
Just
I'm
carrying
so
it.
sorry.
Hello, everybody. Let's keep the good news going.
Right.
So I just want to take a few minutes and update you guys on a couple things. Bob already introduced the meals for the holidays. So we're looking at doing that Saturday, December 13th, down at the City Service Building. But a change. We have a new vendor this year, or this time, Fairway. Fairway came through at the last minute, otherwise it would have been Hy-Vee, but had a time limit, and we made arrangements. So this year, at this time, they're gonna get a gift card for $220. And on the gift card, they're able to restrict it where they can't buy alcohol, tobacco, or lottery. So we don't have to worry. So we don't have to worry about that. So again, that's gonna be down at the City Service Center, and the nice thing about having it there, like Bob said, we can bring them inside. So, at a certain point, we'll open the doors and, staff will be down there to, get them inside and get them a ticket and get them the application and get that process going. So we're looking forward to that, and then we're looking forward to working with Fairway this time. But I did reach out to Fairway, Jewel, Aldi, and Hy-Vee. And Hy-Vee said they're always interested, just to let you guys know. So on the backside, our awesome team and legal, Amy Saunders and Brad Hallman, they were able to acquire this house at 3916 10th Avenue about a year ago. And they acquired it deed in lieu of foreclosure, so it didn't cost us any dollars. So we've been up there rehabbing it. As you can see the before picture and what it looks like today before the snow hit over the weekend. Looks like we're gonna have that completed by the end of this month. So we're gonna be coming to council in January to talk to you guys about some changes we wanna make to the CDBG policy book, as well as some notes from our advisory board of how to sell this property or what to do with this property. So I know you guys have a meeting on the 16th. We just don't want it to kind of be hanging out there, so we're just gonna bring that back in January to you guys on that. But we're very excited to be bringing this to a close. Again, that's made possible with CDBG dollars as well as strong community dollars from the state. And then the last thing I want to bring you guys up to date on, since I've been here, we've been very fortunate to have a lot of IDA grants. we do what we need to do, and we learn, and we keep going, and we keep improving. Friday, I got an email from them where they're giving us another $345,000 for a HAP HR grant. So we're taking those grant funds along with the HRAP grant that we have for them. And with that pot of money, we have $1.2 million to use in the next 2 years. As you may recall, when we applied for that grant, we applied regionally. So it's Moline, East Moline, and Silvis. So we're like, well, how do we distribute this money? So you're getting ready to see literature come out on what we call our Tri-Cities Housing Lottery, where basically we're gonna open up a window of time. They'll have 8 hours to go in on the computer and put in their name, address, email, and telephone number. If you don't have access to a computer, you can stop down at City Hall and we will put it in, but we're not gonna accept any phone calls. You can stop in for that 8-hour period. Then in front of our advisory board on December 13th, across the hallway at 4 o'clock, our advisory board is gonna draw out 25 numbers. And that becomes our working list. One of the problems when we had our golden ticket 2 years ago, we had, I believe, 20 slots, and it filled up in 19 seconds. And our advisory board was very concerned about people not having an opportunity to get their name in. So this is a suggestion that came from the CACUP board. Open it up for a period of time, allow everyone to put their information in that wants to apply for the program, and then draw them out randomly. So all that's gonna take place at December 13th at 4 o'clock. So a lot of things going on in CED. As I told the staff today in our staff meeting, we're busy for the next 2 weeks. So we got a lot going on, but take the last 2 weeks off in December, I told them. So thank you, I just wanted to give you guys an update.
Thank you, KJ. Congratulations. Chief?
Just a quick reminder that applications for Citizens Police Academy are open. We're, so far, have over half the seats still available. So if you know someone, have somebody in your ward that would be interested, the applications are online. You can check out our Facebook page. You can email me. We'll get those applications to you. We'd like to get that class filled. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from staff? All right, is there executive session?
Not this evening.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Castro and Timian. Roll call, please.
Alderperson McNeil.
Aye.
Castro.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Murphy. Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
Timian.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.